This blood pumping crazy. Oh my God. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you to my lovely assistant. Hello everyone, welcome back or to my channel. If you are new here, hello. My name is Christina. Nice to meet you. All we do is talk about books. That's really it. And if you are not new here, I love you so much. So today it will be my reading wrap up for May and also my TBR for June. I read 14 books last month. But the thing is that like half of them are audiobooks that I was reading in between other books. And I found, I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this. I think I can. But I found a Spotify account that has a bunch of free audiobooks. Like that are from Audible and that are from like Penguin House or whatever.
So I was like, shoot.
I'm gonna go into the physicals first. Actually, only 2 of these I think I've talked about before in other videos. I have a whole video dedicated to this one, so I'm not really gonna go into depth about it. I'm just gonna say if I liked it, if I didn't, what my rating is. So, Love in the Time of Serial Killers. I finally was like staring at it for a very long time and I was like, I
honestly am craving to read that book.
For some reason. I have no idea, but she is coming out with another book. I'll put it on the screen. And I'll also include the date. I think it's coming out August 1st. I'm so curious to know if the author like studied this like hardcore because I was very fascinated how many serial killer facts I learned from this book that I didn't know before. I was really impressed. So I would definitely recommend it. I really enjoyed this book. So I read Yours Truly and this was so funny. And I really enjoyed the man having anxiety this time. Normally I feel like you don't really see that. Or at least in the books that I've read. If it is in other books, my apologies, my apologies. I cannot tell you the plot, but I remember the dialogue being so funny. I was laughing out loud. I did read the new Christina Lauren book. Was it in a vlog?
Yes.
Did I scrap that vlog?
Yes, because I hated it.
I gave this 5 stars. I was so happy with it. It took me 3 days because I actually took my time reading it and was enjoying it. It was so much fun. There is a K-drama that is exactly like this. I'm gonna put it right here. The show is childhood friends to lovers. This one is enemies to lovers. They meet on the dating show. Well, they're creating a dating show together. Fizzy, she's an author who's going to be starring on the show to find love because she is a romance author. And he normally does documentaries. But because, you know, dating shows, they do really well. So the production company decides to do a dating show. And, you know what happens. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe there's a giant plot twist that I'm not telling you.
I read The Summer of Broken Rules.
Actually, this matches this background so well. Isn't this cute?
I don't know, I like changing my background a lot with just like lo-fi videos. This is so cute. So The Summer of Broken Rules, I did not like this. I did not like this at all. I'm so sorry. If you like this book, please do not come from my neck. I know this was very popular last year. Didn't start reading the summer of last year.
Started reading in August.
I bought this last year, didn't read it because it wasn't the vibe. I did not connect with the characters, did not connect with the story, didn't think anyone had chemistry at all. It really felt like 2-dimensional characters on paper and I didn't feel anything. So yeah, I gave it 2 stars. I read Dial A for Auntie like literally 2 days ago. Oh my God, this was so funny. This was a cozy summer read, but it had a lot of other elements to it where I felt like it was 3 different genres kind of smushed into one, but it worked. It worked so well. I think I actually want to pick up the second book. I'm not sure because I haven't heard the best reviews of the second book, but at the same time, you know, everyone's opinion is different. Then I read People We Meet on Vacation. I literally finished it yesterday. I have not liked Emily Henry books in the past. I didn't like Beach Read. I didn't like Book Lovers. I didn't connect with it, didn't connect with the characters, wasn't a huge fan. But this was good. I really like this. I swear, I don't know if I just didn't pay attention enough in the other books, but Emily Henry is such a creative, witty witty writer. The relationships between these two characters and the things that they were saying back and forth, I was thinking, dang, not only is this good, but it's smart. And the relationship, oh my god, Alex. Men, take notes. I didn't think he had that much of a personality compared to Poppy, because Poppy is our main character. It is told from the point of view of Poppy and Poppy only, and I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4.5 stars. Okay, now let's go into the audiobooks. I listened to Practice Makes Perfect, which is the second book. I know When in Rome was the first one.
I really liked it.
I was in the mood to read something like this, so it hit and I liked it. Not any enemies to lovers, not friends to lovers. It was, I don't know this trope, but he is the bodyguard of her stepsister, but he's sweet. I liked it, it hit in the moment. When in Rome though, I couldn't do it.
I tried to listen to When in Rome, I hated it.
So that is just out of the picture. I thought this was last month, honestly, that I listened to these. I listened to the entire Hawthorne Legacy series and I really liked it. The second one was my favorite. I know it's a hit or miss with some people, but I really enjoyed it. The mystery element of it was so good. And it was sort of like Knives Out, but with a twist. Knives Out / Clue, where it was like they had to keep finding more clues. In the middle of the third book, I was like, okay, hold on. Slow down. How on earth are we going to wrap this up? It was good. It was very entertaining. I really enjoyed it. And I know they're making a mini series, or they're making a series on Amazon Prime sometime in the future. I know they like got the rights for it. I don't think they casted it or anything. I gave them all 4 stars because they weren't out of this world amazing, but the vibes were there and I was very happy reading them. Oh my god, 7 Days in June.
7 Days in June.
I cried, not even gonna lie. I can't stop thinking about that book. That relationship, I'm craving for something similar. Like, I genuinely compare a lot of characters to them. And then I listened to Romantic Comedy by Curtis Sittenfeld. I don't know why I was thinking of Jamie Lee Curtis. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I gave it 3 stars. I wasn't a super huge fan. I have a video where I talk about it more in depth of how I felt about it, but I think the first part was good, and then the second part, it wasn't that it didn't hit, and I didn't think the characters had chemistry. It was a mess. And then I listened to, it was the novella of the Cruel Prince, The Lost Sisters, and I really liked it. I enjoyed seeing the POV of Taryn and seeing the dark side to that relationship with her and Locke. I don't like Taryn, but I enjoyed seeing her point of view for once. Those are all the books that I read in May. In May. And now let's get into Wash Your Hair No Again. Wash Your Hair No Again. Get a haircut, a groom, the whole shebang tomorrow. Ain't it handsome? Let's get into this stack that I have over here. I'm gonna go off with the top one, the one that I've been saying that I want to read for a very long time. I think June is gonna be the month to do it. I really just want to take an entire week, dedicate it, or take, 3 days, dedicate myself to this book. My mind, body, and soul is craving for something like this. I'm very excited to finally read it. I'm really in the mood to read something horror or read something
Like thriller, something scary.
I honestly really want to read a few summer slasher books. Do they have those? Those, I swear, hit so different during summer. Like the Street, oh, what is it called? I'm gonna put it on the screen. It's really good. I really liked it. It's a 3-part series by R.L. Stein, I think. The guy who did all those Goosebumps books. Have this in my collection. I've had it for a very long time. There's Someone Inside Your House. I don't know, it just kind of gives. Maybe we'll read it. We'll see if I can actually do it. Imogen, obviously. This is a coming of age LGBTQ plus book. I'm very excited to read it. And honestly, it's giving episode. Like the cover, I don't know if you can see. But if you remember episode, yo, this is literally, it's giving episode vibes. This is my most anticipated book. I want to read this so bad. Ravel by Alyssa Mia Smith. This is a Moulin Rouge inspired romance, but with magic on a magical fictional island. So kind of like a magical Coney Island type of vibe. If you know me, you know my favorite book, my favorite series is like the Caraval series. And it honestly, it gives the same thing where it's like, you know, on a magical island. I am so excited to read this. It just, I know I'm gonna have a great time. Look at the vibes. It's giving Blackpink. I know this has been on my TBR for a very long time, but I think I'm ready to read it. And I'm just in the mood to not read YA. I just want to read a very mature adult book, but also fantasy. So yeah, I really want to read it. The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy. It is a romance, but I think he's a cowboy.
I don't like real life cowboys, but I don't know, I can read about a cowboy.
In a book. Don't think I can actually describe the vibes, the feelings, the energy that this book is giving off, but I know that I want to read it. And then I also have had this on my TBR for a while, but this is actually the Barnes & Noble's pick of the month, Juniper and Thorn. Oh yes, it's a gothic horror retelling of Juniper Tree, in which a young witch seeks to discover her identity and escape domination of her ruthless wizard father. In of itself, I know it's summer, but I don't care. I enjoy books that kind of, you know, like put me in like a pocket universe. Just like put me in a pocket where it's like a foresty, whimsical vibe. You know, like a Secret Garden type of vibe. The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. Was I planning to save this for Halloween?
Yes.
Am I going to?
No.
You can't go wrong with magic. Like when in doubt, add magic. It just makes everything better. So I have heard that this is no plot, just vibes. I think I need this right now. I think I need it. So I'm gonna read it. Speaking of
vibes,
I have not read the second one. I read the first one, which is actually this book right here. Stalking Jack the Ripper, which I really liked. I really enjoyed the take on it. They aren't correlated at all. I don't even think if these are the same characters.
Yes, it is. Never mind.
It is the same characters. It's gonna be a very fun time. I don't know, I haven't heard the best reviews about this, but at the same time, I don't really care. Because magic, Houdini, and a cruise, that gives all the fun vibes. That gives fun vibes right there. And the last book I have is A Court of Mist and Fury, because I read the first book and I have the next two.
I haven't even read them. I haven't even started to read them.
I feel like I should start to continue the series. No, I'd like to be able to finish it. And of course, do I want to read that book, Fourth Wing? Yes, because everyone and their mama and their grandmother is talking about that book.
I had it in the palm of my hands.
And I knew I was gonna regret putting it down. And then the next thing you know, it's sold out literally everywhere, gone. I'll get it someday, maybe by the end of the month. And I'd also like to read that, I'm gonna put it right here. And I think you'll know what I'm talking about. It's very popular right now, it's trending right now. I don't really like to read stuff with vampires in it, which I believe there are vampires in it. But at the same time, I'm gonna read fantasy right now. I was in my romance era last month. I'm back in my fantasy era where I just wanna read fantasy. So yeah, that is all for today's video. Comment down below what books that you want to read this month, and also comment down below your favorite book of last month. All right, and I will see you in my next video. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I will see you next time.